The 2026 Social Security cost of living adjustment was disappointing. Yesterday, the government announced a 2.8% increase, and a lot of seniors were not happy. Let's review the headlines together. This is the USA Today. Social Security COLA is at 2.8%, but seniors will still fall into poverty. Here is the New York Post. Meager 2.8 Social Security boost for 2026 sparks outcry. And then here's the Motley Fool. Social Security, most Social Security recipient say 2.8% COLA isn't enough. We move on to the Daily Mail. Fury as Social Security rise for 2026 announced. Those are some very powerful words. And here is AOL Mega's 2028 Social Security boost for Mega Social Security boost sparks outcry. So what is going on here? Well, it's universally agreed that the 2.8% is a slap in the face. And I'm not here to pile on. I am here to give you a solution. There is a proposal that was announced yesterday after the COLA came out that I think probably is the best solution that I have seen yet about how to fix COLA going forward so that seniors can get ahead versus feeling that they are always falling behind further and further with each announcement of COLA every year. My name is Kwame Kwade. I am a government benefits expert. For 15 years, I've been helping seniors get the retirement benefits they deserve. I create content around Social Security, disability, Medicare, Medicaid, food stamps, and other finance topics that affect seniors and their retirement and their finances. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. I am glad you're here. Do me a quick favor, go into the comments and let me know your city and your state. If you have been watching my channel for a while now, welcome back. I am glad you're here. So what I want to do is I want to share with you a proposal that is coming from an organization that I highly respect when it comes to the Social Security space. I have been doing this for 15 years, and I know who is credible in the Social Security space and who is not, and who I need to listen to when they speak and who I don't have to, because I know the key players in this industry. And one thing I can tell you is that this organization that is pushing this new proposal is very credible and carry a lot of weight. And I think Congress is going to pay attention. So let's dig in. But before I do that, I want to make sure that you have considered joining my text club. What is that? My text club is a text messaging club that I send you regular text messages about breaking news and updates. You'll get about 2 messages a week on important things that you should be aware of that can affect your benefits, your retirement, and your finances. So text the word insider to 443-293-0080. That is the number you see on your screen. The service is free and you stay on top of what's happening because there's so much going on right now. It's hard to keep up. And this is the way I can keep you informed with important things that you should know about. Yesterday, when the COLA came out, I was one of the first people to announce it to my thousands of people who are on my text group, and they got the message right away. That could also be you the next time. So text the word insider to 443-293-0080. Now, let's get into what I wanted to talk to you about, which is this proposal from this organization that I've been talking to. So let's get into the headline. Let me make sure that you can see it on your screen. So it says Senior Advocacy Group wants to establish a minimum annual COLA increase. How will it work? And I think this is a brilliant idea, so let's read it together. So, an advocacy group working to protect the benefits of America's senior citizens is currently pushing for the Social Security Administration to establish a minimum annual cost of living adjustment in the coming years. Now, let me give you some background to all of this, because it's important that you understand why this is being proposed and what the motivation is for trying to push for this. So if you've been paying attention, you know that COLA over the last, I've been saying this for a long time now, over the last couple of years, let's say the last 20 years, COLA has been 2.6% on average. So keep that in mind as a reference point. 2.6% over the last 20 years. The problem is that it is not enough. It has not kept up with actual inflation that seniors have been experiencing. And so you put all that together, and it's a growing problem that seniors feel like they're increasingly falling behind because COLA does not really satisfy seniors in terms of the inflation that they're facing. And so you look at this data and it says nearly two in three seniors are dissatisfied with their social security benefit. A survey was done, I think this is by the AARP, and it's saying that 2 in 3 seniors are not happy with their social security. I think it is actually the Senior Citizens League, the organization I'm about to talk about. 2 in 3. So one, COLA has been 2.6% over the last 20 years. Number two, 2 in 3 seniors are not satisfied with their social security benefit. So that is another data point I want you to keep in mind as we explore this. And, there is a recent article that came out of Newsweek that says seniors are not happy with their social security check. And a big part of that is because of COLA, because COLA has historically kept seniors behind and has not kept up with inflation over the last, probably, I would say, over the last 15 years minimum. We have documentation to show that COLA has not kept up with inflation. And so you look at that backdrop and you look at COLA historically over the last couple of years, and you can see that there are years where COLA was nothing. 2016, 0%, 2017, 0.3, 2020, 1.6%, 2021, 1.3%. Meanwhile, if you look at medical care inflation, if you look at housing inflation, those two alone are rising 3 or 4 times the amount of COLA you are receiving. And so, for example, in 2021, you're getting 1.3% COLA, but then your housing or your medical care is rising substantially more. And here's another data point. Last year, Medicare Part B premium rose by 5.9%, right? This year, it rose by 8.7%. Next year is going to rise by 11.6%. And so you put that all together and you can see why seniors are frustrated with a tiny little COLA that was just announced. So what is the solution? Well, let's get back to the article I wanted to share with you because it holds the key to what I think is a fix. So the Senior Citizen League, or TSCL, promoted its idea of a minimum COLA on Friday shortly after the Social Security Administration announced their official COLA. And what is this idea? Well, the TSCL described 2026 Social Security COLA as meager. And here's what they have to say. The 2026 COLA is going to hurt for seniors, says the Senior Citizens League Executive Director Shannon Benton, who was quoted in a press release. Year after year, they warned that the Social Security meager increases won't be enough, and the Census Bureau estimated that about 10% of retired age Americans are living in poverty. And here's the thing, no senior that has played by the rules, have worked 35, 40, 50 years, and played by the rules, have to live in poverty because their Social Security check doesn't go far enough. And so the COLA is designed to help seniors on Social Security and SSI retain their buying power amid rising inflation. But the problem is that the current COLA does not help seniors retain that buying power. And there is a big, big reason for that. And that reason is that COLA has not kept up with actual inflation. And part of the reason is how COLA is being calculated. And so, what the Senior Citizens League has been advocating is that they want the calculation changed. So, that is what they've been pushing for a long time. But now they've added a new wrinkle because they want to pretty much protect seniors from cuts that happen with Social Security cost of living adjustment. And this is the chart that shows you that over the last 15 years, COLA has not kept up with inflation, right? 80% of the time, it has not kept up with inflation. And so, what is the solution? Well, let's get back to reading the article that I was talking about. So, initially, the Senior Citizens League was saying that they want the calculation changed from the current CPIW, which is an inflation index that measures the spending habits of people who live in cities, who live and work in cities, to a CPIE, which is a new inflation calculator that would genuinely reflect the spending habits of seniors age 62 and above. So that is what the Senior Citizens League have been saying for a long time. Change it from CPIW to CPIE. They've gotten a lot of pushback. I'm going to find an article from Fox News that talks about COLA being changed to a different index. And they want chained CPI, which is a whole other conversation. But let me see. Social Security focus on inflation metric. There we go. So let me share this one with you because a lot of conservatives have been saying that the idea of changing Social Security from CPIW to CPIE is not a good idea. They are suggesting a different metric, and it's called chained CPI. And the idea is that they believe that chained CPI better reflects price changes than the one that the Senior Citizens League is proposing. So here's Fox News. Should the Social Security COLA be measured with a senior focused inflation metric? So the Fox News took up this debate. Social Security annual COLA measures inflation using the CPIW. And they are saying that here it is. The Senior Citizens League released a report noting that the current inflation gauge used to compute the annual Social Security COLA, known as the CPIW, has yielded slightly smaller COLA than would have been doled out using an elderly-focused inflation index called CPIE. It found that the average CPIE is about 0.1% higher than the CPIW. CPIW tracks inflation among urban wage earners and clerical workers using a basket of consumer goods and services, whereas CPIE measures inflation for Americans age 62 plus and is indexed based on the spending patterns of that age group. The Senior Citizens League estimates that over time, a retiree in 1990 would have received roughly $5,000 in extra Social Security benefits over 25 years due to the CPIW instead of CPIE. Those who retired in 2024 would have received a little more than $8,000 in extra benefits over 25 years using the formula. So the Senior Citizens League is saying that if you use CPIE, seniors are going to get more money, and they have data to prove it about how much you're going to get in additional increase. So that's the argument they're making. And then now, after the inflation, the cost of living adjustment was announced yesterday, Friday, I think they've had enough. Meaning the Senior Citizens League have had enough. They've watched the COLA not move in the right direction. So they came up with a brilliant formula. And let's talk about it. So here it is. It says that, let me stop sharing this Fox News article and then go back to sharing the Senior Citizens League article so that we can understand what they're trying to say. So basically now they are advocating for, here it is. Now the Senior Citizens League is advocating for what they call the CPI best, which means that each year COLA will be the highest of three options. Number one is the current calculation, CPIW. Number two, CPIE. And then number three, a minimum COLA of 3%. So they're giving the Social Security Administration three ideas, three options. So each year they will run the numbers. They can either base the COLA on CPIW, run it again on CPIE formula, and then you have 3%. whichever of the three is higher is going to be the COLA. Why is that important? Well, in years of high inflation like we had in the pandemic, whether you use CPIE or CPIW, whichever of that is higher, you go with that. Because remember, during the pandemic, we had 8.7% COLA and 5.9%. So during those high inflation years, you are going to get whatever the CPIE or CPIW number shows. But during moments like this where the government is saying inflation is low, but then you are feeling something completely different, meaning that your pocketbook does not agree with what the government is saying, then there's a 3% minimum and everybody gets the 3%. Because if CPIE and CPIW fall short or are less than 3%, then you automatically get 3%. So I think it protects seniors from downside effects of low inflation measurement using CPIW or CPIE, because you're going to get 3%. And in years of higher inflation, whichever of the two gives you the best number, you're going to take. I think it's a brilliant idea. It protects seniors from being lowballed every time with low CPI calculation, but it also allows you to be able to get the upside during months or years of high inflation. It's the most brilliant idea I've heard when it comes to solving the COLA problem. So I want to hear from you. Let me know what you think. Do you think switching to a minimum of 3% COLA, because this year, instead of 2.8%, you'd have gotten a 3% increase? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, because I want to hear what you think about all of this and how this is going to impact your pocketbook. I think it's a good idea, but I want to hear what you think, because I think some seniors are leery of touching COLA at all. I think it needs to be fixed, and any idea that does that is an idea that I'm interested in. But before I let you go, I want to share with you some exciting news about something that I've been working on that I think you should be a part of. So if you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I am here every day sharing with you the latest news and update, anything in and out of Congress that's going to affect your benefits. But there's so much happening that I can't share everything here, even if I tried. And so some of you have been asking for a group, that I set up a group that seniors can sign up and join. That way you have more access to news and information that can help you maximize your benefit, stay informed, but also get access to me to answer questions that you have one-on-one. And that's exactly what I've done by forming this group on School Network to help you stop missing out on your retirement benefits, perks that you deserve, and help you maximize what you are getting. So it is a community. It's a paid community for seniors over 55 plus, helping you unlock every dollar, every discount, and every advantage from Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, and more. What do you get by being part of this group? Number one, you get exclusive weekly discounts, ideas from me, videos that help you maximize your Social Security, Medicare, step-by-step resource guides, which I'm going to talk about in a second, live Q&A sessions that I'm hosting on the platform, and a supportive, friendly community of seniors that are like you, who are trying to just live their best life during retirement, maximize their benefits, and minimize their stress. So what does the community look like? This is what the community look like. I usually post live videos, sessions that I host in there, answering questions, and you don't get this video content anywhere else but in this community. And if there are things that are happening, people are going to ask me questions, and there's a place for them to ask me questions directly. I'll do the research and answer you like this person did, where they asked me a question about working while on Social Security. I did the research and answered her specifically to her own particular situation. So that is what you get. And when there's breaking news, I will announce it on the platform. But here's a great deal that you get with this. I have created a lot of guides covering various topics on Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, food stamps, all these. And it's in my YouTube store. You can buy the guide and get access to these resources. But if you're part of this community, you get all my guides for free. And I mean free. It's all loaded already on the platform. That is what it looks like. And these are some of the guides you're going to get. 10 proven ways for seniors to make an extra $500 to $1,000. Medicare changes that are coming, Social Security changes. You want to stay on top of all of this. AI. A lot of seniors have asked me, how can they tap into AI to improve their daily lives and get simple things done that they've been hearing in the news. Well, I've created a guide to help you do that. Secrets to boosting your social security. If you're currently getting social security benefits and you think that's it, that's all the money you're going to get, wrong. There are strategies to help you increase your check even as you're retired. And on social security, I have put that in the guide right there. You get access to that for free. Banking resources for seniors. The big beautiful bill. Seniors are hugely disrupted by this bill. Is 2,800 pages. I have distilled everything into a short guide that shows you how the bill affects you and your pocket. Discounts, senior discounts. There's so many discounts out there. A lot of seniors have been missing out because they just don't know. Even discounts that are local to you, it's all in this guide. What are the best senior discounts that are out there for 2025? Medicare cheat sheet. We are in open enrollment. Everything you need to know to prepare for that, it's in that guide. And there are a lot of templates, budgeting template, how to pay off debt. If you've been spending money and you don't know where your money is going, I have this spending leak finder, 15 minutes with this guide, and you will be able to figure out where your money is going and how to pull things back. I have something to help you save money in there. This resource, there's a budget sheet, how to save $10 a week and when to find that $10 a week to save. And this is what the community looks like. There's almost 250 people that have already joined this paid community and are enjoying all the benefits. We have a 30-day walking challenge. We have, people who are posting things about recipes, people who are asking questions, exclusive content. There's so much happening in this community and you don't want to miss it. So if you want to just check it out, go to school.com/benefits insider, SKOL.com/benefits insider. And I'm telling you, the guides alone that are in there, the total amount of the guides that you get for free instantly is worth annual membership that you're going to pay for this group. It's more than the annual membership. It's like twice the annual membership, and you get that right away. We are not even talking about all the other perks that you get. And then in those guides, there's about $2,500 in savings. So this is a no-brainer. Check it out. School.com/benefits insider. You will not be disappointed. If you like what you heard, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in another video tomorrow.